Welcome into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me tonight, the one, the only, hashtag Shut Up Pete.
That's me.
It is you.
Sorry, there were so many things. I was trying to open stuff, and then things were popping up, and then I heard things talking in my ear that wasn't you, and I don't know. Hi, I'm Pete.
Joining with us as always, hashtag Corbear.
I'm a little upset at that because there was a lot of animosity like 2 seconds before this show started.
That's fine. You're not supposed to break the fourth wall. Pete started it.
I'm talking to you.
What
Yeah.
did I do? I smiled the whole time. Pete was the one who was flipping us all off and not smiling.
Yeah, none of that was geared towards you, Corey, at all.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just was. Pete did one. I did two. You were supposed to do three. Like get your middle.
Oh, well, let me get my third hand out. And
I was gonna say middle toe. That would be more impressive. If you can flip me off with your middle toe, I'd be more offended.
you have no idea what I can do with my toes, Danny.
Oh my God, there's our next OnlyFans. Let's throw again. Call back. Let's throw the squirrels in from the last episode. Put them on your toes. I don't know if you could do that like this, but like like the toes, the squirrels, and then call back to our OnlyFans. Oh my God, there might be
Only toes. We'll call it only toes. Oh hi,
Gross.
Jenny Rico.
That's gross.
Speaking of feet pics, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Hi, Billy.
Hi, Billy McDonald. Hey, by the way, right now on Walmart.com, the PlayStation 5 just went up for pre-order. Just letting everybody know who's watching the show. Anyway,
Weird. That's not our pop of the night.
I know it's not. You want to do a pop of the night though?
Let's.
Yes. Pop of the night is Sombra, which is really cool though. It's a glow in the dark version. This one's awesome. So I got the regular and I got the glow in the dark side by side.
Oh, that's what GITD means. Glow in the dark. Oh, my God. You learn something new every day. Hi, I'm Pete. And I just learned what GITD stood for. Thank you.
Yes. So that's what that means. It's glow in the dark. It's Pop Games, which is pretty much any video game pop we get is going to be Pop Games. But this one's really cool. I usually like the glow in the dark ones whenever we get a chance.
Not a surprise.
Yeah, because I don't need a nightlight if I have enough glow in the dark pops.
Okay. Well, if anybody wants to give me a pop, I would really love a Mercy keychain. So, population.
Ooh.
I missed my birthdays.
Wow.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean, again, along with our OnlyFans, I think we have like an Amazon gift list or wish list or whatever that people can like. It's okay. You could just go there and just send me things that I like so far, like a Mercy ring chain pop.
Keychain? That's a real
Epic.
word. That's a regular word.
Ring
Anyway.
chain pop.
All right, guys. So we have so much to talk about tonight.
Alternate universe.
Yeah. How about we throw to this? Disney plus others. Nothing? Yes? No?
Maybe. Oh. Graphic.
How did you know exactly when it was going to go?
I knew it. I felt it in my loins.
You just went like this and it went.
Well, this is the way.
You Anyway, so what dropped leading in perfect segue leading into that, we just got the official first trailer for season 2 of Mandalorian.
Oh God,
it's incredible. I mean, we're looking for Jedi basically at this point. That's what they're doing. So I think
we're looking for Jedi.
Looking for Jedi now. Like that's what we're doing. I mean, we already knew that Ahsoka was going to be in this season, so like I'm guessing that's going to be part of the storyline. He finds Ahsoka type of thing, which is going to be awesome. But what did you guys think about the trailer so far?
Oh God, I have raging nerd boner. Can we still vote? I got to keep this HR happy. But I'm excited for it. Like this is what I look forward to on Disney Plus. This is pretty much what I'm paying $7 a month for is Mandalorian at this point. Like I've already binged all the Marvel movies. I already went through X-Men. Like this is what I'm waiting for now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. What about you, Corey?
We all know that all Corey watches is Bob's Burgers, but I do know about Baby Yoda. So,
But Baby Yoda's adorable.
How about a
Look at that.
crossover? Bob's Burgers and Baby Yoda.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, we don't have to wait very long because season 2 is premiering on Halloween, so it's really not that far. It's a little over a month away. I mean, we're getting really close. I kind of
This
like
Brady Bunch thing. I don't like this one.
I kind of like. I like that I can just go hi.
Oh, that's creepy. You're gonna. I'm trying to prevent
It's
myself
a
from doing
pink
very.
sandwich.
Yeah, I'm preventing
Pete,
myself
what
from
is
doing
that?
some real awkward stuff.
Pete, look to your left and oh, you can move them around too.
This got worse.
This is weird. This is weird.
There we go.
Okay.
That's even weirder. All right. Moving on. All right. So we got breaking casting news today, like right before the well, maybe not right before the show, but a couple hours before the show. Disney Plus, they've already said that they're doing a She-Hulk series, and we've officially got word of who Jennifer Waters is going to be, or who got cast, I guess. And Corey, would you like to tell us?
But hello? You're only telling me because you don't want because you don't know how to say her name, but that doesn't mean I know how to say her name.
I'm involving you in the segment. It's right there on the screen.
Emmy-winning actress Tatiana Maslany.
Maslany, yeah. Any
Best
thoughts?
known, huh?
I said any thoughts? Keep going.
No, I have no thoughts. I love anything she, but I have no thoughts about the She-Hulk.
Nothing.
No.
Hey, comrade, how's it going? Pete?
I mean, as far as like the casting, I'm glad they didn't go like major A-list star. Like they weren't like, oh my god, I don't even know, like, what's her name, Cara Gargano.
Well, Brie Olsen was on the short list, I think.
Terrible.
Wasn't she? Wasn't she at one point like everyone was saying that was going to happen?
No, I mean, yeah, but no, I don't know. That would have been terrible. Unless you mean like not like Brie Olsen, like Captain Marvel Brie Olsen. You mean Brie Olsen, the porn star Brie Olsen? Like
no,
that's
not
who
Brie
you
Olsen.
mean.
Why can't I think? Allison Brie. Isn't that who
Oh, okay.
Community.
Completely different person. Just so you know, population. These are different people. If we could get that screenshot, but no, I'm happy. I'm gonna be. I know though, in that same vein, they had referenced that She-Hulk, Moon Knight, everyone. They're going to be thrown into the Marvel like cinematic universe movies first.
Right.
So like, I'm interested. I'm just interested in seeing how they're going to introduce them. Now, like, that's the thing I'm looking forward to. As far as the casting, meh, I'm so-so.
All right, we'll keep moving. That was just, I mean, we didn't have anything really. No one really got to do any prep work on it because it kind of just got announced a couple hours ago. Anyway, so
we just like talk this down. Like, our opinion doesn't really matter. Just so you know, we just got this shit. We're just riffing on it. So again, any moment's a moment for comedy.
Anyway, Rick Moranis. Why can't I say his name back to back? Anyway,
Tom Holland's.
I'm sure by now you guys have seen the Mint Mobile commercial, which is like one of the greatest Mint Mobile commercials ever, where Rick Moranis just pops out all of a sudden, and he's only there because Ryan Reynolds apparently likes him. But this kind of led to a bigger question. If you could have any past or past role that he's done and have him like reprise that role or be in a new updated sequel of a movie, what would you do and why, type of thing? And I mean, my answer is pretty obvious. It would be the new Ghostbusters that's supposed to come out. Pete, what about you?
I mean, I think he's already going to do it for me when he's going to do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So he's going to have that little role in the remake of it now. So like, cool. Like I think that would be the role for me. I think there's a lot of other actors that like I'd want to bring back that retired and like bring them back for like a little like niblet. But Rick Moranis, if you like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, whenever he comes back for that, I'll get my nostalgia and then I'll be like, listen, you are a saint.
I need Louis Tully. That's who I need. I need Louis Tully. That's the Rick character that I need. Louis Tully from Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. That's just that's like the pop that you want.
No, that's this character from Ghostbusters 1 and 2. I'm like,
I know.
Right now. Let's just move on. I am
okay, yeah, we could do that, but like, cool. Things are gonna go to space. We're not talking about actors that we want to bring back, but things are gonna go to space. Who's going to space, Danny?
We got the announcement that the Fast and Furious franchise is going to space. For
we don't need another one.
I another one.
Like
they do great. Here's the thing: they do great. That's the greatest picture I can find. But they do. The movies do great in the theaters, so they're just going to keep making them. It's going to be Fast 57 before we realize it.
But that's the thing. I don't want this series to be like, now that's what I call shitty movies. Like, that's what I don't want that to be. Like, I'm over it. Like, Leprechaun, when that went to space, that was gold. I don't care about cars going to space. Elon Musk beat them to it. Did he not?
Well, maybe that's like the premise. One of them goes up and they ride the car around. Anyway,
I hope Kanye's the president in that one.
So Pete asked the question in our rundown, and I'll give you all the credit in the world on this one. You asked the question in the rundown. What sequel would you like to have sent into space? Basically,
hells yeah.
What was yours, Pete?
I'm going last. You guys go.
All right, I'll go first. Bad Boys. I want Bad Boys 4 in space. For some weird reason, they're chasing an international criminal to the space station or the moon, whatever. Martin Lawrence. Why can't I remember? Will Smith. That's the other one. Martin Lawrence. Will Smith. I remembered Martin Lawrence easier than Will Smith.
Yeah, and he's on the rundown already.
Anyway, that's my pick. I think it would be awesome. What about you, Corey?
Harry Potter in space.
Ooh, not gonna lie.
They should be able to go to space, right? They're magicians. They're wizards.
They're magicians.
Like, they have those like bubbles that they put over their face to like swim underwater. Would they just like make a bubble over their face to be like?
You're gonna find out like one of the college classes, one of the college level classes is like on the moon. I feel like we just wrote the script right there. College level course is on the moon.
It's okay. J.K. Rowling is canceled, so we can write it.
That's for damn.
We can write it.
We'll write it. Population needs your help. Let's write.
Hagrid has a whole other, not the actor, just Hagrid himself has his own little like thing going on in the moon with new moon animals, right?
Ooh, moon animals. Manimal.
And like, there's no gravity, so you shoot a spell off and it goes into another galaxy.
It's just gonna look like silly string.
But Pete, this leads perfectly to the news we got about Mars. What creature is on Mars right now? Did we just get that story? I can't hear you, Pete. Your mic. Yeah, it's dead. There you go.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Anyway, I wanted to see 22 Jump Street in space, so I wanted them
to happen, wasn't it?
No, they were supposed to become MIB agents, but I wanted to see how when it's 21, 22. I want to really know just how many jumps it takes to go to space, if I'm being completely honest.
Harold and Kumar go to space.
That happens every single evening with them in that entire movie.
Last White Castle in the universe. All right. The title kind of writes itself. Pete, we can't hear you. You might as well just take your headset off and go through your computer.
We just made a space stoner comedy.
we made the Harry Potter one.
Yes.
Harry Potter and Kumar go to space.
Oh, now you're pulling everybody together, so you're making like an Avengers type like team up movie.
But that's the thing. That's what gets views, right? Just
something. Weed and Joe.
They get spaced out in space.
We have a guest, don't we?
We do. Pete, how about you bring in the guest? Because this is one of your coworkers, right?
Sure. Our guest was one of the wizards in Harry Potter. He was Ravenclaw. And he doesn't like when his name's mispronounced. But he hosts a really funny podcast that gives you American pop culture for Brits and British pop culture for Americans. And then he dabbles in being a RuPaul Drag Race aficionado. Frazer.
Frazer.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. So I don't want to just hijack this and just start talking, but I have a few things to say because I've been listening. First of all, Rick Moranis' greatest role is Little Shop of Horrors, and that's what he should reprise. I don't want to, we all need to just talk about that. Also, justice for Tatiana Maslany and no one mentioning Orphan Black being an amazing TV show.
Wait. I never got into that. I always wanted to, but like, can you convince me to watch it? Because I was interested in it, but I just never went down.
I just made a very impassioned plea for her. Did I just watch one season? Yes. I have opinions. Sometimes I don't mean any of it. I just like to come in really strong on things. I think that was all of my notes. Oh, and I like the Fast and the Furious movies. Sorry.
Bam!
The show's over. Thank you so much for being.
What about you? Wait. What series would you send into space?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think perhaps Sex and the City 3.
They just accidentally somehow end up on a spaceship.
Yeah. I want to see Samantha having sex with astronauts. Carrie just having her troubles with men, but she's in space.
Being so angry on the spaceship.
Exactly. I want to see Carrie in heels trying to wear them with like a spacesuit. Dun 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 dun. I can see it happening.
We've written so many movies. We've got to say warning, patent pending or something. Like how do we do that, Pete?
Just tell everyone you're welcome.
Okay. Anyway, so Frazer. I'm sorry. I knew I was gonna mess it up.
It's fine. It has happened to me approximately 5,000 times a day since I moved to this country. So whatever, who cares? It's fine.
Anyway, so are you watching the series The Boys?
I am. I actually have only watched season 1, and I have not got around to watching season 2 yet. But I do not mind having spoilers because I'm like a goldfish. I will forget as soon as you've told me.
All right. Well, this is Pete's favorite part of the show.
He's gonna spoil it for you.
Yeah, he's gonna ruin something last episode.
What a shocker!
No, but again, new episode of Boys every Friday. Frazer, you should catch up on it. This week, again, spoilers as far as that goes. This week was just fascinating seeing. Again, Kimiko and Frenchie's relationship evolved. The whole entire sneak a kiss, and then I thought they were going to Game of Thrones me, where they're just going to murder a character that I really like and be like, okay, here you go. But didn't happen. But it continues the development of Stormfront and the whole Liberty thing as it's going through. I just think that the season so far is so well written for a superhero movie, for a brutal superhero movie. I just think it's so engaging across the board, whether it be a love story within it, or like an actual, heel story. You're welcome.
I agree. I've really, really liked this season a lot. Not that I didn't love season 1. I just think it's been great, both seasons. But I am super engaged. Corey, I know you had some words also for last week's episode. Yes?
Yeah, no? It wasn't that I didn't like it. I did like the character development, and I liked kind of everything as far as personal relationships that either were built or broken. But I think my issue with it is that it wasn't, to me, a Boys episode. Because every single episode, somebody blew up or somebody died, and I know, the spoiler alert, somebody does die. But I just feel like that they could have kind of split this really tame emotional episode into the other episodes and still kind of given us a Boys episode that we're used to.
All right.
I like the subtle hint of weird racism that gets thrown into it right now, where you're you don't know, again, during the climate that we have, you don't know how it's going to carry out. Because even the people that read the comics, they're like, they kind of off a little bit from what the comics were. But knowing what's how things are going, to see that in the current climate, it's going to be interesting how it's taken.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right. Well, you guys want to move on to some hashtag?
Hashtag.
There's a thing that goes with this, Frazer. Well, it's going to happen whenever. Sometime.
All right. So hashtag. And Pete, why did you point it out? I didn't even realize. Like, I didn't even think about you chugging from this big giant jug of water.
Oh no! Sometimes when it just goes to the solo screen and I know they cuts it, it's Tim's like, "What the shit are you doing?" And I'm like, "Ha!" I just have to call that out. But good segue. RuPaul.
Great segue. Perfect.
And
But Frazer, no. Before leading into this, so you did just wrap a special that you did where it was about RuPaul's Drag Race, right? You covered it.
Yes. So we actually covered, me and my co-host on our podcast, we covered Drag Race Canada, which has just finished airing. They just crowned the winner. So we were actually meant to cover Drag Race UK, which would have made loads more sense, but they had to push it because of COVID. So we ended up doing the coverage of, Drag Race Canada. And it was the funnest podcast experience of my life. Basically just me and my friend Ben screaming about Drag Race for like an hour and a half every week. Doesn't get better than that.
And now this new Drag Race that's coming out, though, what Vegas Review, right?
Right. So Vegas Review is a different thing. This is so a bit like the Marvel Extended Universe or, the DC universe, any of the universes. The Drag Race universe has basically exploded out. So there was RuPaul's Drag Race is the main show. It's like a take on America's Next Top Model or one of those competition reality shows. And now we have Drag Race all around the world. So there's Drag Race Holland is just about to start. We just did Drag Race Canada. There was Drag Race UK. Then we have lots of kind of different spin-off shows. So Drag Race Vegas Review is a Real Housewives style reality show about the queens making the Las Vegas RuPaul's Drag Race live show. It's like a little it's like Inception. It's starting to go in on itself, which is perfect.
This is why you're a professional, because you just like in a minute described RuPaul's Drag Race to me and used Marvel and its cinematic universe and extended universe and everything and had it make sense to me.
Yeah.
So now I'm like kind of interested. So
I live in all of these worlds. These are all of my worlds. I'm a strange person who likes things that don't all make sense together, So
my question with you, I mean, again, you are a resident RuPaul expert in regards to this, even though, again, your other podcast, You're Welcome America, everyone can look, I'm going to plug that the entire time.
Thank you.
But with that being said, like, this is RuPaul's Drag Race, all those are competitions. This is like a docu-follow, right? Like, this is an actual documentary series that's following a group of people, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So the idea is meant to be that they're not in competition with each other anymore. It's a kind of fly-on-the-wall documentary following them putting together this Vegas show. But the way that they've shot it and put it together is just like a Bravo Real Housewives show. So there's, there's scenes, then there's talking heads of them like bitching about each other. There's drama. There's like fights. I just watched an episode where there's a fight in a casino. And by a fight, I mean they were like calling each other ugly. It wasn't like a fist fight. Yeah.
What's your take? Do you think, though, that, because again, we already know, like, RuPaul's Drag Race, as you mentioned, is a brand in and of its fucking self.
Yeah.
Like a buku brand. But do you think this works for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that basically the fans of the show love the content of it so much that, and because it's 6 queens that have been on multiple, like they've been on Drag Race and Drag Race All-Stars, some of them, their fans love them so much they want more content of them. So there's this one queen in it called Miss Vanjie. You probably know her from the memes, right? Miss Vanjie, right? Anyone?
Yes.
So she is in the show, in this Vegas Review show, and she does the best kind of talking heads interviews. I can't really put it into words how she speaks, and I could never try and imitate her, but it's people like people like her from the show, seeing her on another show. That's what they want. The fans just want more Drag Race content. So they will take absolutely anything. Because you have to realize that until Drag Race came along and became such a huge commercial hit, kind of queer people and people who love drag and all that kind of stuff, we have never had like the mainstream. It's like sport. We go to bars and watch it, or we used to. But we go to bars and watch it. People have parties. We have like Super Bowl style parties where we get together and watch Drag Race. It's, it's like fun of being a straight, person that loves sports, whatever that's like.
I went to the bar. I watched a couple episodes of Drag Race at the bar in Silver Lake.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it is, especially in Los Angeles. I know in New York City too. Like, it is. I mean, it is like Game of Thrones when everyone goes to a bar and watches it. But like, RuPaul's Drag Race. Here's my fun segue. RuPaul's Drag Race is in and of itself like a beast. Wait, Corey has something to say, right?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say hi, Julia. She's also going to be streaming with us later, but she's a big fan of RuPaul's Canada. So,
Woo-woo!
Yep.
And if you want to watch us later, we're going to be playing Overwatch. You guys should be a part of that.
We are going to be playing Overwatch. That we hadn't said anything yet, but
oh well, that's what I'm here for.
that's what we're going to be doing after the show, actually, on both Corey's channel and on the Poppin' Off Twitch stream. We will be playing. All of us will be playing some games of Overwatch.
Ooh.
We talk about games. We talk about reality TV. We're going to talk about my favorite family because again, if it's not RuPaul's family. Reality TV's favorite family is also ending after 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I have not watched a single episode of this.
You have been missing out. Oh my God.
Ever. And I've watched an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. So, I mean, yeah, I have not watched a single episode of the Kardashians.
I honestly don't think you're missing too much. I mean, no offense to anybody who likes the Kardashians, but listen, if I would have known 15 years ago that getting naked on camera would get me to Kardashian status, I would have
Be careful what you're going to say next.
I would have done it.
The OnlyFans thing is still in talks right now. So
listen though, again, we referenced what's so great about like transitioning this from RuPaul is like RuPaul has an empire. This is like really a major family empire. They have the best PR company. They gave E a whole bunch of ratings. I honestly think they're gonna parlay this and have a streaming deal. And if this, oh my God, alternate universe, I'm all for this. But if they're shelling out money to the Obamas for a Netflix deal, if they are shelling out money to the Smiths and everything for Red Table Talk, they are gonna shell out so much money to the Kardashians, any streaming service, to get them to lock in for like a multiple deal. So y'all get ready to see more of them. Hashtag Kim Kanye 2024.
But what are they gonna do? What else are they gonna do? They did this already, and I thought they're ending. Why would they do more?
We spent 20 seasons being able to time lapse and see them actually appropriate a culture over the course of that. Like you can actually see it. I'm not wrong. Like you don't.
But you are.
Like you know what? We got this. Let's do it.
I don't think they're going to get another reality show like that they have now, because you have to remember that show started in a different time of reality TV. That was what reality TV was, whereas now even reality shows on Netflix are so much different. And I don't know. I think that they will come back in a different capacity, but it won't be Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think that is done. Thank God.
Can't use that at all.
God. Yes, thank God.
Ryan Seacrest owns that. That's why. Ryan Seacrest owns anything called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He has like a little bit of stake in that. But like the family in general, if you think on like followers, I'm pretty sure they have 500 million followers as a family. I don't know.
Who cares about their followers? What are they doing to better the universe?
You're absolutely right. Kim Kardashian is hiring very great attorneys to work with people that were wrongfully convicted. And
Kanye?
Did you see him walk on water? Because I did. He's the best album when they divorce. Okay, hands down.
All right, let's move on. This is what I'm very excited for, and not that I wasn't excited for the last couple of stories, but we might actually have a chance to visit the mansion from Fresh Prince of Bel Air as an Airbnb. This is awesome. We should do a podcast. We should do a show from this. We should do an episode from there.
I think the issue is that we have to go to Philly, right?
No.
Is that an issue?
No, we don't go to the courts where he got beat up.
Yeah.
Then what's the point?
He moved to LA.
From West Philadelphia, where he was born and raised.
I'm gonna be really honest, I wasn't allowed to watch television as a kid, so like my knowledge of that is just like in West Philadelphia, born and raised. That's it.
But then his mom sent him to live with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
Yeah, I just know that first line. That's it.
Wow. Which actually, when you think about it, even though that show was meant to be very, lighthearted, what a searing and tough commentary on life in urban areas. He literally got sent to another side of the country to live. Sorry, that was too serious. But isn't that kind of weird when you think about it?
Yeah.
Also,
no,
what's really weird is that he took a cab from one side of the U.S. to the other.
You're so right. I didn't even think of that. How long did that take? That should be the reboot, like a gritty reboot where it's
They're
him
gonna
in the
do
cab
it.
driver,
Trip from
like,
one side of the U.S.
traveling. Yeah, like a real hard bitten, like him and the cab driver, like staying in like motels and like talking about life and like smoking cigarettes.
starts
Yeah.
in Uber in West Philly,
Yeah.
waiting, and he's like, "You want to go to Bel Air? Like New Jersey? No, California.
Wow.
Hop on in."
You know, there's one of those random fan theories that like he actually dies in Philadelphia, and that the whole taxi is like him going to the afterlife and stuff. Like that's the whole fan theory, is that it's a magic taxi type of thing.
Right.
Going to like a better, what he thinks is a better life.
Wow.
It's a fan theory.
I was just gonna say, our conspiracy theorist is back.
It's not I just said it was a fan theory. I didn't even say I made it. I just said it was a fan theory.
Totally a thing.
Yeah.
We
So they're
also
saying that
on this show too, Frazer. I don't know if you know that, but we talk about video games too on this show.
Sometimes.
Sometimes we have like an entire section sometimes dedicated to video.
well, I dabble in that world too. Don't worry. I've got
All right.
something to say about
Well,
everything.
In case you didn't know, something kind of big happened yesterday. I mean, I don't know if anyone really cares here, but
Gamer time! 3, 2, 1, go!
just so you know, I had both fingers up the entire time at Tim for cutting me off. So anyway, yesterday we got a special live event from PlayStation, and when the event was over, the world went crazy, and PlayStation 5 started going up for pre-order randomly at random times from random distributors throughout the day. I can hear myself in echo. That's super weird. That's uncomfortable too. Anyway, so we got price points, we got release dates. It's coming out November 12th, and basically we have an all digital version, which is going to be $400, or we've got the disk drive version. Basically, it's the same specs, but it's just you have the option of having like physical discs put into it
They look
for
like stormtroopers.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But
like
anyway,
Wi-Fi like broadband thing.
I do like that Billy McDonald said the Walmart pre-orders that we were talking about at the beginning of the show sold out in 2 minutes or less. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's been insane. Best Buy went up yesterday. Amazon went up last night. GameStop had like 10 pre-orders at every single location yesterday. If you were lucky enough to go in before the store closed and you were one of the first 10 people, you could get one of the early pre-orders. It's been insane. I mean, I know in the coming days, like they're going to make it easier. It's going to be like, oh yeah, pre-orders, but you're not going to get it for like a month after the 12th or something like that. But
yeah, but Corey and Chris last week made a reference to it. Like, this is the first time in a while, first year in years that we had like actual console wars. Like, this is the first time that people are like, even though we are in a shit time and everyone's like, there's more important things. This is like, oh man, PS5 or you Xbox? Well, I'm trying to
console wars. I have a few thoughts about.
yes, Corey told me before the show. She's like, I've got thoughts. So
I've
go
got
ahead.
thoughts.
Go ahead.
And here is my first thought. My first thought is that you have these two different versions, and they're acting like the $100 less for the digital only version is going to be this really great deal. And it kind of goes into the whole console wars that are going on. Oh, Xbox can never do this, whatever. But my issue with the digital only version is, one, the PS5 is backwards compatible. So if you have any PlayStation 4 physical copies, you're not going to have the opportunity to play them on the PlayStation 5, because if you're like me, you're balling on a budget and you are trading in your PS4 to get a PS5. So that's my first issue, is that you're losing any physical copies of the games that you have for previous versions. And my second issue is that you only have 825 gigabytes of storage on both the one that accepts physical discs and on the digital only version. That's what, 8-9 games tops on this console. If you want to play something like Destiny, that's 6 games. And if you want to play something like Call of Duty, that's 4 games. You're going to be able to have 4 games on this console. So then you're looking at storage options. You can get a decent hard drive for $100, you know, a decent sized hard drive for $100. But the issue with the PlayStation 5 is that it's a solid state drive. And especially for PlayStation exclusives, they're probably going to be making these games for the processing power of what the PlayStation 5 is going to have. So my question is, are you going to even be able to run a game off of a hard drive into a PS5? So the next step is to get an external solid state drive. A 2 gigabyte external solid state drive is almost $300. So this $399 console, add another $300, so you have a $700 console, and they're acting like this is the best thing ever, when in fact you have Microsoft, who has been very, very transparent about, like, you know, this is the Xbox Series S. These are the ways that, you know, X, Y, and Z, it's not as good as the Series X, but we understand that, like, some of us have been out of a job for 6 months, but we still want to give you the opportunity to play your games. And I just feel like Sony's like they're not being truthful. They're not. It's just they're living off of this elitism, and people are buying it. And I'm so sorry to anybody who has pre-ordered a PlayStation, but you played yourself. It is not as good as you think. Yes, you have exclusives, but you're not part of an elite group. You're just part of a bunch of people that overpaid for a piece of equipment. And you're going to get some great games. That's fine. But, like, don't sit there and say that Microsoft isn't doing something good for the gaming community.
So
and that's it. I'm off my soapbox.
So follow up, Xbox or PlayStation? So follow up, Xbox or PlayStation?
But there are, I mean, I'm going to get both. I always have all the consoles.
Yes.
But there are only 2 games that are console specific for me, and that is Horizon Forbidden West, and that's on the PlayStation, and then Overwatch for the Xbox, because the people that I play Overwatch with are on Xbox. But
Overwatch is going to be exclusive for Overwatch 2 is going to be exclusive for Xbox?
No, it's just that the people I play with are only on Xbox.
Oh, okay. I see.
But speaking about Overwatch, they did actually. So this was teased last year. The newest character in the Overwatch world. It's going to be Sojourn, but one of the production designers, I believe. I forgot his name. Hill something? Hold on. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. I had it written down. It's, you know what? It's in my head. His name is Jason Hill. And he retweeted a photo of Sojourn, who is the only Overwatch character that has been announced for Overwatch 2. She may be a DPS. They're saying that she's a DPS because she has these 2 guns on the ends of her arms, and she's sliding and she's shooting. The only issue that I really have with her is that if you are going to push this 2-2-2 meta that they're forcing you upon when in quick play and in competitive, you have to give as much love to your support characters as you do your tank characters. Like, you have 7 support characters, you have 8 tank characters, and you have like 17 DPS characters. Why do we need another DPS character? Am I wrong? Anyway,
everybody's just there.
Anyway,
you're throwing out acronyms and shit like that, and I'm just like, I get with these characters. No, I want to blow shit up.
We will have plenty of time to do that.
Well, and we know you don't know. We know you don't know acronyms, Pete, because you didn't know what GITD stands for. Glow in the dark.
Callback. We're establishing this. I'm terrible with acronyms.
It could have stood for "Get It Together, douchebag." That's another one for you.
That's the new acronym. Can we get that in chat? GITD?
Yeah. No, but like again, like that's also I really like how the Overwatch world is like expanding, and I think as new consoles come out, it's going to be crazy. Like I can't imagine what I've been playing with Oculus every week, and I am losing myself in an Oculus at night, where I'm just like, it's not a real dinosaur, but like I'm gonna hang out, I'm on campfire next to a dinosaur for a little bit because it's cool. It's not a real dinosaur. So, but it's and seeing how Overwatch is expanding all the characters throughout, and like how these consoles are kind of evolving. I can't wait to see where gaming is going to be in the next 3 years, 5 years, because we're talking about this now for an exciting console war, but like, Nintendo's still going to make a comeback at some point. Someone else, I feel like, and let's be honest, Apple is going to be making more shit. It's exciting. I don't know. I'm still buying an Xbox. I'm not buying a PS5. Fuck that movie.
Bam! Another vote for Xbox. Anyway.
I'm going to get an Xbox too. Sorry.
Yay!
All right.
I had to leave my Xbox in the UK when I moved to this country.
Oh, no.
I did not. I had to choose which possessions to bring with me, and I genuinely put an Xbox into my suitcase, and I was like, "No, that's an insane person's thing to do."
That's not an insane person's thing to do.
I had to bring like clothes and possessions.
Here's the thing. When we start the OnlyFans, the first set of funds will go to buying you a new Xbox.
Me?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm no offense, Frazer. I am not doing squirrel feet for him to get an Xbox.
No, Corey, it'll be for everybody's new Xbox fund.
That's how much money it's gonna make.
Yeah,
gonna be like,
right off the bat, it makes enough for everybody to get a new Xbox.
yeah.
When we're looking at the specs, $499. If we're looking at the higher end Xbox,
Yeah, nice.
But listen, I think we have all these plans. I think this is really onto something. I think, Corey, I really appreciate you sacrificing yourself as tribute to be Squirrel Girl.
You're not doing it, Pete.
No. I'm Squirrel Toes. No. I don't have the feet for that.
Oh, it's just feet only. Okay, because I was going to say, if you're going to go on OnlyFans, Pete, you're going to have to do something about this kind of leprechaun.
No. His is going to be real specific. It's just leprechaun.
Oh, so it's like people have got
people that want to see that look.
It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are like,
It's like Throwback Thursday, only it's a Leprechaun Toe Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in for like the specific like Halloween when everyone's like, oh my god, I really want like an Irish cousin it. I'm gonna be like, how are you?
That niche is what he's getting.
I'm really specific. So like I don't have the toes or anything. But again, as we're going back with this, I think Overwatch is something that you can definitely see eventually like in the movies. And I think that's the next step. Good segue. Video games that are becoming movies at this point. Uncharted, I'm stoked about this. Like, I really am. I really liked Tomb Raider. I liked whenever Angelina Jolie came through. I thought it was bomb. And I really think they're going to take this approach with Uncharted and Tom Holland, not Tom Holland's, like the sauce that you say, but like Tom Holland. But I'm really
good friend, Tom Holland.
Yes,
Yeah, our friend Tom Holland.
Our friend Tom Holland.
I let Danny get drunk with Tom Holland watching the Conor McGregor fight, and I didn't go.
I know you didn't go.
No, but okay. So I think personally that if Tom Holland is in it, it's probably going to be good. But can we just think, other than like Resident Evil and Tomb Raider, has there been a good video game to movie transition?
Whoa.
Absolutely not.
Corey, Super Mario Brothers is a cultural classic.
Oh.
Is it?
I actually love John Leguizamo and Super Mario Brothers. I'm not gonna lie. It came out that they were drunk for like 90% of filming that.
You can tell.
But like you can tell, like, but I'm not gonna. They tried on that one. But like, Super Mario Brothers, Sonic already got that's getting
I
number.
did like Sonic. Yeah.
Blue Speed Mouse?
Street Fighter. Remember Street Fighter the movie? It had Kylie Minogue in it. Come on, people.
What's Gomez Adams died filming that?
Yeah, Raul Julia. Yeah, that was his last movie was Street Fighter.
Really?
Probably never do that movie again. Never
Street Fighter is one of the most iconic, terrible movies. I
Oh.
love it so much.
I
But you're
actually
right.
have seen that.
Yeah,
Why have I seen that?
because it's iconic.
You gotta see it.
name. I about to say the wrestler Rob Van Dam. But what is his name?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
I would say though, don't you feel like the successful ones are the games that are like, say, Uncharted, Tomb Raider? It's like based in the real world. I know they're still fantasy movies, but they're based in the real world. Whereas like World of Warcraft and like Assassin's Creed and those kind of movies, it's like, ooh, that's for me. Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Prince of Persia.
Ooh.
So bad.
Prince of Persia. Yikes. Talk about like not any person being Persian in the entire movie. Bad.
Jake Gyllenhaal just wanted to get paid for 6 months to get shredded
Yeah.
like a Julienne salad and
I
run
know,
around.
but you can't be so sexy that you change your race.
Jake Gyllenhaal, what is that? Persian.
Yeah.
All right. We're nearing the end. I wanted to talk about two products really quick. One is still involves gamer tag or gamer time. The other is something that I absolutely love. So the first one is a $74,000 Aston Martin simulator. This is like a whole big like thing. Like you sit in it. It's got the really big curved giant monitor. Like, yeah.
What?
I knew you were going to be excited about this, Danny, but can I lay some truth on you?
I'm more excited. Wait, pause for 1 second. I'm more excited about the actual product of the night than I am about this.
No,
I can actually get the
no.
product.
This is the issue that I have with this. Okay, first of all, it's not even a simulator. I mean, it is, but it's basically a really expensive version of what you're gonna find in an arcade, right? So for $20,000 less, you can get an actual simulator that race car users drive. It's just not going to fit in your luxurious toy room.
For $74,000, we can get a really fast car. And
Well,
just
could you
drive a
get
real
a-
car.
Right. I
You get an
also
Aston
feel.
Martin.
I also feel like, and this may be money. I mean, I don't have this type of money, but I also feel like if you could spend $74,000 for what will essentially become a piece of living room furniture, you can afford the $3 million for an Aston Martin Valkyrie.
Yeah.
It's
This-
$3 million. I'm not
$3
even-
million for the simulator puts you in the driver's seat of an Aston Martin Valkyrie, which is both street legal and also a race car. I found that out. But it is $3 million and it is right under 1,200 horsepower.
Wow.
So, and
But it doesn't simulate any physics. Like you're just look at me, Mom. As far as like you can get for $50,000, you can get the same thing that race car drivers use to simulate their racetracks with the
Well, a real
hydraulics, with the physics, and you could
Yeah.
be like moving.
Or one of those things like at
Vroom.
the science museum where it's like a simulator going into space.
Yeah,
I would have one of them in my living room. Those are
right,
awesome.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come back in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna go to space for a little while. Just cool. You chill out, watch some TV. I'm gonna go to space.
you're actually just driving. Callback Elon Musk Tesla in space and it's just going around.
That's actually what our space movie is going to be about.
You try to turn, and
Just
it's
in
just
a
like
simulator.
That's it. It's just a fucking simulator. No, we were talking about VR before, and like I find this interesting. And you made the reference to like NASCAR. On NASCAR, all those racers have been blowing that up, like using the whole entire little rig that they're doing. But it gets to the point of, again, the physics of it. They're going that fast. They're going the turns. It's hard to grip it. Like
Right.
I've seen some of that where they're trying to race, and I'm like, maybe I couldn't do that. Maybe it's. But you're right. $75K for a glorified, expensive Gucci version of an arcade. Like, meh.
Yeah.
I'd rather be on an airplane.
I just feel like with the time and the money that you put into this, you could have done something a little bit more better in the world.
I feel
You
like
know?
you could really like jerry rig like a really terrible thing where I don't know, I feel like you'd get like hair dryers blowing on you while you do it. So it feels like the wind maybe. Have someone like screaming in terror next to you like while you're doing it.
That's what I like. If this, I hope that it includes like traffic in LA. like traffic in LA driving Aston Martins, and you're sitting at a lot, like at a light. And you just go,
Right.
oh, nice car. Fuck you. Well, like,
That is an actual driving simulator.
I want that to be the actual drive one where like you hit something and you're just like, ah, shit. Yeah.
So you curse on this show as well as in real life all the time. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I'm restricting myself. My work doesn't like when I say the F word.
Work doesn't like when you say the F word?
Yeah.
Isn't that strange to have a workplace that doesn't allow you to just drop F-bombs all the time?
Remotely. These Zooms right here where everyone's just wearing pretty much what they want to bed in.
All right. Let's carry on with the show. We're not here to air Pete's work grievances.
We give everybody one F. You can say as many shits, as many dams, as many balls, and penis, as much as you want.
Penis.
Yeah, penis, as much as you want of those. But yeah, vagina's fine too.
I wasn't allowed to say those before. I wasn't aware of the rule changes. This is a game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, anything under the F word, you can kind of say as much as you want.
Oh,
yeah. Product of the night. I'm very excited. You guys know why. It's Dinosaur Mini Waffle Maker. This thing is awesome. I also actually looked up, and related articles are different kinds of shapes, not just dinosaurs. They had like cars and trucks and all this other stuff. But the dinosaur one is the most exciting. They look awesome. And they're nice and portable.
They are portable. I like anything in small form because I'm
I've never thought of pancakes as something I need to be portable.
No, they do. You always need to carry around pancakes. Why wouldn't you carry around pancakes?
Well, this must be a cultural thing. You know, back in where I'm from, it's just, you know, scones and mini sandwiches and all that shit. So I don't know. Maybe it's that.
Mini sandwiches, you know, portable, right?
Sandwiches are the most portable food ever.
So,
yeah.
And to come full circle, shout out to Des Roulette, or if she's French, Des Roulette.
That is not correct pronunciation.
European. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What I want to do, quick plug here for Your Welcome America. Again, kind of going through with your show, you give us kind of an American pop culture for Brits, British pop culture for Americans. So, is that scones? Is that the British breakfast? I mean, we love our...
No. Scones you're meant to have at tea time, which I think is 4 o'clock. Uh-oh. Exposed. No, I'm trying to think. We don't have...
Wait, don't you guys have like the blood sausage? What is that?
Yeah, you have like what's the full English breakfast?
A full English is, it's bacon, sausage. You're talking about black pudding, which is the blood sausage. Fried egg,
but it's like a sausage and it's bloody. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a vegetarian, but yes, we do have sausages filled with blood, so that's really sexy.
It's okay, I'm Filipino. We have blood pudding.
Oh, it's just look. I'm not here to defend British food. We do not know what we're doing. I moved to this country because I love trash food, and this country is just
filled with trash.
Heaven. Oh my god, heaven! I love it. I'm just trying to think. Sorry, really quickly. I was trying to think of what the UK equivalent of like pancakes is. We have Pancake Day where we make pancakes, but they're more thin, like crepes. Like we're from France. That's our version of pancakes. Is a crepe. We don't have these. No, like we don't have these thick ass things. Well, we have waffles, but they are. You either have Belgian waffles, which is the sweet waffles, or we eat potato waffles, which is like
hash browns.
Yes, but we also have hash browns as well.
So like
I don't know.
and so like we call it a house. You guys call it a flat.
Yeah.
No, apartment is flat. House is a house.
Because I was like, what? Time out. So like in the U.S., if we have IHOP, would like the UK one be like IFOC, International Flat of Crepes?
No.
What?
Oh my god.
Pete, new business idea. We're taking IHOP International.
Wow.
And I have a really good also like it's called Walk and Roll, and it's a Chinese food restaurant, and it's again I have a whole bunch of random restaurants. I'm done for the night.
They have that in London. Sorry.
Stop it.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Pete, you missed it out. You missed out on your idea.
Again, what did we learn today? GITD means something.
Get it together, douchebag.
There we go.
Forever, it'll be known as that now.
Perfect. Squirrel fingers on our toes for OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Only toes. That's what we're gonna call it.
Fantastic. Crepes and pancakes. We learned so much about We learned so much about RuPaul. We learned so much about the Kardashians. We went down the rabbit hole on. Listen again. You're welcome for the Kardashian stuff. We went down the rabbit hole on Overwatch and VR. I think it was just a lovely day today.
It was, and we learned about why you shouldn't buy the PS5 and you should get the Xbox instead.
Yeah. That was the best lesson of all. That's the thing I'm taking away from this, truly. Thank you.
All right. So how often does your podcast come out before we wrap?
So our podcast comes out every other week. So it's bi-monthly. And we're also actually starting to do a new series, which is called You're Welcome America Presents, which is where we take it's basically us recapping other things, but it's going to be other pop culture things like, say, the Osbournes or, UK TV shows. And we're going to do that as well. So it's just a lot of this voice and another British voice going about a load of crap.
A minute.
I like it. Yes. So guys, check out their social media handle on Instagram. We were following you were on a road trip?
Oh, that's the co-host. Yeah, he went to Idaho. So that was our latest topic. We talked about Idaho and the British pop band Steps. Yeah. That's the kind of fusion of things you're going to get on our show. Doesn't make any sense.
All right. So everybody check it out, please. Guys, we will be back next time, next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This has been amazing.
Absolutely. You're welcome back anytime you want. If we want to do a crossover episode, you can explain why our show is worth watching and listening to British people.
Hell yeah.
You want to walk down the street of LA and for 10 cents a day, this show you can listen to. Charity.
That's what I do.
Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work.
Every day.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Good night, everybody.
Bye.